How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to another video. Thank you so much for those that joined my stream today. Yes, it was a short one. Wasn't really much news going about, but we did have some good discussions, and I really don't understand why people who don't enjoy my content decide to come to my channel. But there you go. People are always going to come here and, well, you'll be just hit with a ban hammer and off you go again. So you're really wasting your time. But we're talking about Developers Direct, and it was one of the topics that came up in my stream today. So you should probably want to join those streams every once in a while if you have the time. We do it on Tuesdays and Thursdays. And also, if you're in the market for a USB OLED monitor, definitely check out the review and a discount code in the description below. But here we have 4 games that are going to be shown. Now, I suspect there may be one more secret one that comes out, just like they did last year. They had one that just kind of came out and decided, so we're probably potentially going to see the same thing. But the games we expected to see are more than, we pretty much guessed what they were. Now, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 wasn't one of the ones on my bingo card, but it does make sense why it's there, but it definitely wasn't one that I would have guessed would be there. I mean, I know it's a big game, it's a game I'm really looking forward to, but at the end of the day, when we're thinking of Developer Direct, you're kind of expecting first party games there. But then when you say that, last year we did have Visions of Mana. But you know what? First things first, let's have the drop. Right, so no surprise to anyone, ID Software's Doom of Dark Ages is going to be at the Developer Direct. This is a no-brainer, we all expected this, it's officially been announced for 2025. I also expect there to be a release date for this. Now, for those of you that are potentially not in the know, this is being released day and date on PC, Xbox and PlayStation 5. So with this, we're going to get a bigger deep dive, we're going to see more of the game, we're going to see more of the options, customizations potentially, and just see how the game has evolved, especially with the new kind of direction it's taking with Dark Ages and kind of playing on that era. Of course, after we go through and see Doom Dark Ages, we have Compulsion Games South of Midnight. Now, for those of you that have seen this and are wondering exactly what type of game this is, from what I've seen so far, the closest thing I can see to this is a game which is phenomenal, by the way. It is called Kena Bridge of Spirits. It is available on Xbox consoles right now, so you can go and pick it up. It's a really, really good game. Definitely worth your time if you enjoy platformers. But Compulsion Games South of Midnight reminds me of that. Now, a lot of the footage that you're seeing with South of Midnight is with stop frames, but they have already confirmed that during the gameplay of the game you can disable that feature. The cutscenes will continue to have that aesthetic with the stop frame, but in the actual game you can completely and utterly remove that if you choose to, and I think that was the right move, that was the best move for them, because giving the choice to the user is the best option, because not everyone is going to be into that, and that could push away your audience. So for them providing that as an option is really, really good. I'm really looking forward to it. Like I said, it reminds me of Bridge of Spirits, and I'm liking the way the game is looking, so hopefully it will be good. Now, as I said earlier, Claire Obscure Expedition 33 wasn't one of the ones I would have placed on my bingo card to appear. That's definitely one that kind of threw me away, but do you know what? A lot of people were expecting Perfect Dark. I'm kind of expecting that to be 2026. Some were expecting Gears of War E-Day. That is 2026, in my opinion. So there are a few other games that could go there in particular, and we don't know. There's still that 5th game that potentially could slide in and show maybe an Oblivion or something like that to kind of wrap up the 5 games. But Expedition 33 is definitely a game that I'm personally looking forward to. For those of you that don't know, it stars the voice actor Ben Starr, who played Clive in Final Fantasy 16. Now, that may not mean anything to any of you personally, but I really like his voice acting. So this is an RPG. It's a turn-based RPG with a twist, and graphically it just looks awesome. It's around, I think, 10 to 15 hours long from what I remember. It could be 20, but it's not a very big game, which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, and it releases at a price, I think, at $49.99, so that kind of compensates for it. But this is another one that's going to be day one on Game Pass. Now, id Software and obviously Compulsion Games' games are Xbox first party games, so they are naturally going to be day one Game Pass. But then we have this other one over here, which is said to be a never before seen game. Apparently it's a new IP, new game. So in my stream today we were discussing what it could possibly be, a Banjo-Kazooie, Oblivion, but none of these are new. They said it's a new. Now obviously it could be new that is an existing IP, but it's a new game that we didn't know was in the works, so it could still be Banjo-Kazooie, right? Depending on how you take that new game. They didn't say new IP, they just said new game, or a never before seen game. And again, not all of this kind of works, so it's really oddly done in wordplay. Now, someone has deciphered that there is depending on where you go, there is question marks that make up 11 characters for for a publisher. Now, as you can see, all of these, Sandford Interactive, id, Compulsion Games. So there is a publisher out there that has 11 characters. This could be 5 characters, a space, and 5 characters, and that would make 11. Or it could be 3 words and have 2 spaces in there. So the possibilities of what it could be are a little out there. But you know what? What you need to do is let me know in the comment section below so we can see what you think that publisher could be. But folks, I am going to be streaming this on Thursday. It is on the 23rd of January. It is at 10 AM PT, 1 PM ET, and 6 PM GMT. Now, this isn't, I don't believe, going to be live, but it is going to be a premiere, and we can watch it all at the same time. Or I can go live at the normal time, which I do around 7:30, 7:45, and we can check it out then as well. Let me know in the comment section below how you would want to do this. I'm more inclined to go live a little earlier that day, which will mean I'll finish a little earlier, but we'll get to experience it all at the same time and kind of go through it, and then we can kind of dissect the video and see what's what and, cheer along. But the Developer Direct is confirmed. It is happening January the 23rd, and it is another Xbox showcase. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, where is Fable? Has Fable been delayed? During the summer, Microsoft also do a 30-minute Developer Direct where they showcase one specific developer, and they kind of give it an extended kind of approach, a bit like what they did with Compulsion Games last year, during the latter half of the year. Now, I think that's where we're going to see Fable. That's where we're going to get the release date for Fable towards the end of the year. Hopefully they'll actually make it in time so it can actually get considered for the awards this time, because Indiana Jones, had it have released before the cutoff date, in my opinion, would have won Game of the Year. Now, obviously, some of you may be saying, well, what does it matter? It gets the brand out there. What does that matter? Well, recognition is everything in this world. But to get some recognition for an amazing game, definitely something. But who knows? Time will tell. But I believe Fable is going to be towards the summer or towards the end of the year, where they have that dedicated 30-minute preview. So that's why I think it's not here, because Fable is going to be massive. Now, id Software and Compulsion Games, don't get me wrong, these are really good games, same as Expedition 33, but I think Fable is pretty much going to be the crown jewel for Microsoft in 2025, so they want to give it as much attention as possible, and I just don't think this is the place. Now, there's also talk about them talking about the Xbox OS and the handheld, and Jason Ronald has already come out and said that they're going to tease more towards later this year. Now, to me, the Xbox showcase definitely makes sense for that to happen. That's like the perfect place to do it, where all the eyes are on it. It's during the Summer Games Fest. Everyone's kind of hyped for all the gaming announcements, so putting it inside the Xbox presentation, just for me personally, makes sense. But this is Microsoft. They may just leave it till even later than that, or even towards the end at the Video Games Live Awards. We will see. But let me know in the comment section below what you think. Leave a like, subscribe, hit that bell to stay up to date with all content I release. And of course, don't forget, let me know, do you want me to go live around 6 PM? Well, it'll be just before 6, maybe 10 minutes before, so we can watch this live together, or should I go live around the same time if it suits most of you? But let me know. And hopefully I'll see a bunch of you there on the 23rd on this channel, live streaming, and we can enjoy the content together. Right, until the next one, remain legend.